tug testing the pads. Howdy friends. Today we're going to take a look at some bassoon things. How about that? This instrument came in because the pad fell out. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be tug testing the pads. What's going on this time of year when you use traditional, this is a French cream cement on this pad. Christy can come in and grab that. And this is a new stick of shellac. Let me show you what happens this time of year. The changes. Watch how this will just shatter. And that's what's, yeah. The shellacs just shatter. And a lot of times, this one you can look at, it was never really adhered to the pad cup. And then this one, check that out. They installed it using Gorilla Glue. That's not something that we really ever like to see. So what is tug testing? Tug testing is where we come into the pad with a slightly pointy object and we try to get the glue to release. And we do that to every pad. Why do we do that? We do that because the pad will fall out, or we just had one fall out. Sometimes if you catch them, we had another one fall out. If you catch them early, this one had these have no glue on them. These pads have no glue. So you find out when you're tug testing that pads that have no glue, pads that the glue has failed, all the sorts of things like this. And so you're not tearing the pad. The goal is not to tear it up, to do anything wrong, but the goal is to see if it will release. Because if they will release, then you have a problem. Now, if the pads stay oriented on the tone holes and in the cup, but the glue just kind of comes loose, then you can heat the glue, heat the key cup, and it will stay. If you're using a hot air torch, same thing. You set your temperature and you do it. Torch tips. Don't torch at the body. Always know what it's like shooting a pow-pow. Know where the bullet is going to go. You know where the torch flame is going to go. When I got into business, hot air torches were not invented yet. They are now, and we use them all the time, but you should also know how to use a torch. Always know what you're aiming at, okay? So, back to the glue. The pad comes loose and the glue is still there, then you can heat it up and just reseat everything, and everything stays cool. If the pad comes out, then you have to change the pad. Because if the pad has a seat in it, like these pad seats are oriented to a specific spot on the pad. And if we don't know where that spot is, just putting it back in there does no good. So we change the pad. So we're tug testing. This is this pad, so we're going to replace that one. Now some other things, since we're looking at the boot, right here, we'll pull the boot cap and give this an evaluation. This is in good shape. Reinstall that cap. Now let's look at some other things on why my bassoon or why my instrument doesn't play well. Well, look at here. Look at all that movement. Now, while this bassoon has exposed pivots, I'm looking here and I can see how much space behind this pivot screw is allowed. But when you look at this, we're going to pick on the pancake key here. Look at how much that pad cup is moving. That movement means that the seat of that pad is not consistent. So this horn, the person says, oh, sometimes it plays, sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to tighten this up. From both sides. With that one simple, look, no movement, and look, the pad pops again. Just from that. Making sure that your pivot screws are in the right location and tightened to the desire. So now we're going to go through and we're going to push on all of these. These are all good. Looking good. This is good. This is good. This is good. That one looks like it's exposed a little bit. So it may be starting to back out. We're going to come in, tighten that up just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to flip to this side, run the same deal. Yep. Okay. A lot of regulation issues. Look here. Here we go. This is a really important part of the instrument. So to see that pads are not covering those holes, the tone holes, in the seat where they should be, that's a pretty large deal. Okay. Now this key is tight again. Let's make sure that it comes up where it's supposed to come up, which is from, where does this guy actuate? Okay. Now, what we've done here, see that? The key binds. So now we're going to back that off just a touch, and now that comes open. But I know that if I leave this slightly loose, it's going to what? It's going to back out. So grab a little bit of fingernail polish. This is 800 crystal clear. Sally Hansen Hard as Nails. I should be sponsored. So while we're working, we'll let that dry. But we have no motion coming from our key, and we have it operating the way it should operate. So there we go. Now we continue along. Got a little movement here. Tighten that up. Good. Come to this key. Got a little movement here. The boot joint is really pretty important for all of these things to seal to get the playability. Yep. Okay. That's like the clacking that you heard is the pad that's missing here. So we're going to install a new pad. But I wanted to share that with you. Checking, tug testing. Go through, pull on your pads, especially in this time of year where moving in and out of doors, you're carrying it from rehearsal to the car to heat. So you got heat, cold, heat will cause things like shellacs and cream cements to let go. So you go through, you tug test your pads, Use a little torch if you need to. There you go. I hope this tip helps you out. Thank you very much. This is Wes Lee signing out.